What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I'm here to talk about one from Severin Films. This this is the glorious The Devil's Honey. So this movie is about a girl named Jessica. She's in a very toxic relationship with this dude Johnny. Um, he just pushes her buttons and tests her boundaries constantly. He's always doing stuff that upsets her and emotionally damages her, sexually damages her, and she just keeps coming back to him. They have a very high level of passion and also an equally high level of dysfunction. So they have a very strange relationship, but it works for them. Whether he's playing a saxophone directly into her vagina or he's forcing her to give him a hand job while he's steering the motorcycle, or else he'll veer into traffic and kill both of them. So that's the kind of situation she's in. At the same time, we have Dr. Simpson, who's an older guy, and he's having some issues of his own. His marriage is just basically falling apart. He hates his wife. He's just got a lot of problems. He's seeing prostitutes on the side, but he's just feeling very unfulfilled in life. Their paths intersect whenever Johnny ends up needing surgery. Dr. Simpson is the one who performs the operation, but because his mind is so screwed up and he's under such a huge amount of stress, he ends up actually killing Johnny, botching the operation. And the rest of the movie plays out as Jessica, who is devastated by the loss of her toxic boyfriend, kind of unravels and seeks out vengeance on Dr. Simpson in some very interesting ways. So this movie is absolutely nuts. I just want to say at the beginning of this movie, okay, the beginning, he in front of a full studio of musicians and technical artists, plays a saxophone directly into her vagina. She's just grinding on it, and her orgasm is so strong that she bursts into tears. That's the beginning of the movie, okay? And for most movies, you'd be like, okay, there's no way, we're at the top of the mountain. There's nowhere to go from here. Only in this movie, not only is that not the top of the mountain, that's not even the base camp. This movie is completely crazy. It not only has pretty much constant sleaze and nudity, sex scenes, but they're not normal sex scenes. Every one of them is somehow very bizarre. It's always playing sexual mind games and control, domination, submission issues between the people that are in them. It's a very strange treatment of sex, but it's super super interesting, and above all else, it's super entertaining. Obviously, the movie has a lot of nudity. Jessica as a character is pretty much naked through the entire movie. That includes obviously everything. It's got a lot of pretty vivid full frontal, hairy armpits, a girl smearing red nail polish all over her crotch. There's all kinds of stuff like that in this movie. So if you're easily offended by sleaze or sexual content, Devil's Honey is not going to be the movie for you. This is a Lucio Fulci film, but it's not a horror movie, so there's not a lot of blood in it. There is a scene that has blood, and it is fantastic, but it's not really gore related, but it's pretty gross and extremely memorable, and it's fantastic. So there's not much blood in it, but what there is very memorable. It's got a lot of crazy dialogue because all these people are toxic, dysfunctional people, and their interactions with each other are often hilarious and awkward. I love the doctor and his wife. I think they have such a hilarious dynamic, even though it's sad. It's still super funny to me the way that she's wakes up one night and is trying to kind of get some affection from him, and she's like, "Oh honey, I can't sleep," and he's like, "Oh really? I can. Why don't you leave so that I can sleep?" I love that kind of stuff. I just thought it was a really fun movie from that perspective as well. It's just very colorful. It's very bizarre. The whole thing is just super strange. It's fantastic. If you like really bizarre movies, this is definitely one to check out. If you like just off the rails erotic thrillers, this is one to check out. Or if you just love the idea of a girl mounting a saxophone for sexual pleasure, this is a movie you've got to check out. As if the movie itself isn't awesome enough, Severin Films went above and beyond to put out a fantastic disc. It's got reversible artwork. The other side is a little tamer, and then they also have a limited edition slipcover, which is kind of cool, but I didn't get that one. the transfer looks really good. It's really clear. It's really detailed. It looks, you know, about as good as you can expect for a movie like this. It definitely has a nice 80s look to it, and it hasn't been like over scrubbed, which is nice. And then for the extras, it's got new interviews with some of the cast members. It's got some an interview with the composer and the producer, an alternate opening, a theatrical trailer, and then it's also got some a couple featurettes with some horror authors. So it's a pretty stacked disc. But the most important part, oh, and it also has Italian and English soundtracks, but neither of them is original per se. And with the subtitle options given, I think most people are probably going to stick with the English track on this one. But the movie looks really great, which is the most important part, and the movie itself is presented uncut, so that's fantastic. If you want to read my full write-up of the unbelievably awesome The Devil's Honey, you can check that out at markfusion.com. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and Letterboxd at Mark Fusion. Letterboxd, I diary what I'm watching, so you can get an idea of what might be coming up here. But the best thing you do to help me out is just to hit that sub button. It's a free, easy, direct way to support me and help me to continue to make content, so I greatly appreciate that. Also, watching old videos is a massive help. Anything that helps my view count, my minute count. So if there's a movie that catches your eye in my playlist, and there are hundreds and hundreds of movie reviews in there, watching those is a gigantic help to me. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do not miss your opportunity to get this amazing version of this absolutely bananas movie. The Devil's Honey is awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll see you soon.